This is the E Factor.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the E Factor. My name is D Apostrophe. Yes, of course, I'm reporting live as a Saturday. Yes, you understand what goes on right here, man. We're about to give you the best of the best. Anyway, stay tuned. We have so many things for you guys coming up on the show. I'm going to be speaking to Vanessa. She is an amazing human being. We're going to chop it up. We're talking entrepreneurship, fleet of cars, a few bags, shoes, all those things. So if you want to know all of that, you have to wait and stay tuned. Yes, so look outside. What is your weather looking like? Actually, on this side of town, the weather is so hot. I don't know how I'm even doing it. All right. So first of all, let's get into the show. Anyway, okay. So let me just tell you this. What's her name? Oforiwaa has a new song out there. It's called Move. We're gonna be featuring that on the show later. And then we have what's her name too? Whitney Dee. She also has a new one out. It's called Skin Pain. So we're gonna be playing that for you guys to get a snippet of that. And now, yes, let's get the show cracking, man, guys. Let's get the show cracking. All right. So first of all, let's get into lexicon. We are about to learn. Yes, are you ready to learn? Are you ready to learn? Let me hear you. Okay, I can't hear you guys. All right, no problem. So what we do here: one word, two confused words, and one idiom. You see, it's just setting you up for the weekend. So next week when you see your friend again, you can be able to tell him, use a big word and let him wonder, and tell him you heard it from the E Factor. Anyway, let's get into that. All right, so our first word is numinous, and that means lacking a plan, purpose, or enthusiasm. So let me try to give you an example. So let's see an example. You know what? I don't know, man. I'm trying to give you guys an example. Just relax. Okay. So so I feel like most projects in Ghana are numinous. Exactly. They usually just lack a plan, purpose, or enthusiasm. I mean, you hear of this particular project and you're like, yo, what's the use? Why did they even do it like that? I mean, okay. So now let's move on to our confused words, man. First word, we have accept. That means to receive. Yes, I do know what yes, so to receive. So that is so I received. No, I didn't receive. I accepted an invitation to a ballroom dance. Yeah, you know. Do you guys know what a ballroom dance? Do you guys know what a ballroom dance is though? Okay. Anyway, so now let's move on to another word that is accept, and that means not including. So I love all women except annoying women. Honestly, I didn't have any example there like that. All right, so let me try again. I love all women except lazy women. Exactly. Who likes lazy women anyway? All right, so now let's move on to our idiom. Well, in mint condition, and that means something used that looks new. So my headphones are in mint condition. They've been used, but they look absolutely new. All right, so now let's move on to the rest of the show though. Anyway, don't forget we are supported by Shitoflex 0500407693 at Shitoflex on Instagram. You can advertise with the E Factor 0557221192. Yes, and tell somebody else who needs their stuff on here, so that they can actually just get in touch for us to take it from there. If you're on Instagram, just check out at EFactGH and let's make some magic.
Get it daily, oh. You told me no. Oh, for a while. Mama told me move, cause nothing day for back. Tell who went through stone, nobody day for us. Baby, tell me what time, no free break, no. Now only human wake a photo. Look at me so ragas from a phone call. Don't try me, a brand new world.
This is the E Factor.
It's Whitney.
White Island Records.
Nah, oh man, yeah.
Playlist space.
I didn't him skin pain. I did give him skin pain. Oh no, I did give him skin pain. It's so insane. Them they watch me like I run campaign. It's so insane. I did give him skin pain.
Oh my, this is amazing, this is great, this is something I always want to listen to. Listening to the main man, D''LANI.
This is the E Factor.
Good morning, guys. You're welcome here again. Like I told you at the beginning of the show, we have a special guest in the building. Her name is Vanessa. And well, I think you've seen her on the show a couple of times. Yeah, I think a couple in the actuality of a couple, like twice. Yeah, some of you just use couple and say like 10. But yes, so she's here, and today we're gonna be getting close to her, like, you know, what she does, what she's been through, how it all came about, and you know, maybe the favorite watchy joint is for her. Like, she actually owns where you take your watching and stuff. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. Or she has shares with Tampico. I don't know, but we're just gonna ask her. That's why she's here, where we're having a whole session talking and you know, all of that. So without wasting any much time, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Vanessa. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I'm great. Yourself?
I'm good. It's been ages, man. Where you been?
Well, I've been around, you know, just hanging around. Yeah.
Yeah. Hanging. We're not just going to take hanging, man. Like, what have you been up to, honestly?
Well, I've been around trying to put things together, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I think it would just be fair for you to just let us know the industries or the sectors of business that you're in.
Well, first of all, I'd say I'm into selling of shoes and then bags. And then the other one is also into cars, like, you know, give
like
out
you
cars
sell cars.
No, I don't sell cars. Like, I give out cars for boats, and then, you know, to people to do boats and stuff like
No
that.
kidding. Really?
Yeah.
So like, okay, so let's start with the boat, the transport part. So if somebody wants to work with you, probably, okay, so give me a car, I'll do the boat. Like, what exactly does that entail?
Well, okay, so I have a friend who like manages the whole business for me, because, you know, he's also a driver. So we have this friend at the boat office. Normally he recommends people, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, people apply to boats for cars, so if we need like a driver, we just tell him, and then he provides, you know.
Also, there's a way to do it like that. You can apply to like boat itself.
But then it would take long, you know, because there are a lot of people in the transport business.
Oh,
and,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So if you are recommended, we just have to go to your house. Like, basically that's what we do. We'll have to do a little background check and then go to your house and see where you live, so that should in case you should run away
boat with the car.
You know, we just go get you or anyone, and you should have a guarantor as well, you know, someone who's trusted.
Okay.
Yeah, to
So
guarantee for you.
so let's see. So okay, fine. So you mentioned how exactly it happened. So what exactly? So I'm a driver, right? I want to. So I know you personally. You have a car, so I want to work for you. Like, what do I need to have?
Well, you need to have the basic things like a driving license. I think that's all you need to have.
That's all. You don't need my Ghana car. Nothing.
No.
You don't maybe a CV, school.
No.
Those
You know,
things.
driving has to do with experience. It's something you should know how to drive and how. to drive
But
your
like you were
license.
saying, you want to do a background check. So like, wouldn't it be safe to have maybe where you went to school, like what you've done before? If you were driving for somebody else, what happened? Like, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know though, but okay, so you don't.
No, I don't really check all of those
okay.
things. So we just have to go to your area, ask a few people, go back, you know. So after like 2 weeks, then we are sure that we can trust you, then we give you the car.
Oh, okay. So it's like you have like a whole fleet of vehicles.
I wouldn't say.
How many are we talking?
Well,
I mean, you don't
say
have to answer that, but I mean, is it like it's a lot?
quite a number.
Okay, so with the transport part, what are some of the challenges that you face?
Well, the challenges, when it comes to the drivers, you don't really know them, you can't trust them, people come in, I don't know how to put it, but they come in very desperate, and when you give them the opportunity,
They
just mess up,
drag their feet.
When it's time for them to bring their money, they're like, oh, something happened, I used the money for this and that. And then with issues of fuel, sometimes fuel keeps going up and up and up, and it really sometimes is a challenge.
So fuel as a challenge, as in they give you the excuse of fuel prices going up, that's why their sales are down.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, so that is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Your drivers, man. Your drivers.
Well,
Okay, so those are the only challenges that you have.
well, yeah.
Have you ever had a case where you probably gave the car to somebody
Yeah.
in a particular condition, and then in a week's time you look at the car and you're like,
Yes.
that's not my car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It happens.
Yes. I think that was somewhere last 3 months. We gave a car to one guy, and then a week after, like the bonnet and everything,
Whoa.
the car looked like just wretched. So we just had to take the car away from. Because just after a week, and then the car is in that condition, I can't trust you.
Wow.
With the
Damn,
car.
man. So when it happens like that, do you, after getting the car fixed, do you run at a loss, or like you're still within?
Well, car business is not. You'd have to be prepared, because it's not always rosy. There are times where you get your money intact throughout the month, and there are times where even throughout the month you wouldn't even get anything. Because you'd have to be fixing faults here and there, and yeah.
Oh, all right. So if let me I want to ask this: if you're not getting the amount of money that you need,
Yeah.
or that you are supposed to get, is there anything that is to be done to the driver? Do they owe, or like you're like just like if you're not able to get me sales, then it just goes like that, like it's just
No,
okay?
it doesn't go. You definitely pay, but probably, let's say this week you're supposed to bring 400, and then you bring 300, and you tell me it's left with 100. So I'll write it down.
Whoa.
So you tell me whether next week you're going to bring it, or you want to pay it 20 cities.
Bruh, it's like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause I can't just let money go like that, or I'll run at a loss. Yeah.
Okay. So now shifting from so let's talk expansion. Like if you are to expand, how exactly are you going to do it? Or what does expansion mean in this case?
Well,
in this case for you?
You'd love to have about uncountable cars. That's what we all aim for, and to be able to do that, it's not really easy here in the country, because you wouldn't get help from anywhere.
Yeah.
They talk about youth empowerment, supporting the youth and all of that, but it doesn't really work. Because should I walk into the bank for a loan right now, I'll be refused.
Yeah,
Because
they
I'm not
definitely
a
will.
salary worker, and I don't have like a business account or whatever it is. My account is not active, but it
And
doesn't.
that though, why exactly don't you have a business account? Like it's weird. Like
Well, because the money keeps coming, and you have to use it for something. You have to top up. Like you have to. So the money can't be lying in the bank. You get
No,
it?
Okay, fine. I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to lie in the bank,
Uh-huh.
but like when you have a record of how much it's coming in and going out, it's easier for
Them to trust.
Exactly, because
Well.
when you have your bank statement, it says okay, so 2,000 comes in, it goes out, like that. So if they know that you have there's a flow of cash, even though you are still using the cash, like they know that okay, fine, of course, if we give this person so I think you should think about it, like just
Probably.
like definitely. Definitely. All right, so let's branch out into your other endeavors. Yeah. So you said you're into selling of
Shoes and bags.
exactly. So how does that work?
I'd say I have a friend who has stayed in China before and knows how China conditions work.
Okay.
So like I go to her, and then she shows me stuff like shoes, bags, pictures, and if I want them, we pay for them. We pre-order. Let me put it that way.
So So is she in Ghana here?
Yeah, she's in Ghana, but she has an agent there.
Oh,
in
okay,
China,
okay,
so
okay.
She does all of that and then ships it here.
And how let me just ask, how expensive is that?
Well, Most of the time, they are not expensive.
Okay, so let's say so how okay, let me ask how you how do you call it? How do you do your buying? Now when you are do you let's say buy a particular amount of things every month? Or
Well, shipping, there are several types of shipping. There's shipping by air, there's shipping by cargo. Normally, we do the cargo.
exactly.
Because the air is expensive.
Yeah, outrageously expensive.
Yeah, and then it takes 2 months.
That's cargo, right?
Yeah, so it will take 2 months. And when it comes, you have to go through a clearing process, all of that, duty and all of that. So sometimes even that process alone takes a month.
Well,
Yeah.
let's
So if you need goods in like December, you should start ordering them in somewhere, I guess, so that by December you have it.
okay, so you don't sell to individuals, you sell to shops.
I do sell to individuals sometimes, but then
okay.
I sell to shops. Like if you want to do retail, we do. If you want to do wholesale, we do it. But mostly wholesale is,
So let's say if you place your order today, you're likely to get your stuff by
Probably
February, March.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll be lucky it will come around January. Sometimes it's just
okay.
within 2 months, but sometimes 3, 4
Just stretch it out. So okay,
Yeah.
fine. So let's say before you do the clearing and stuff like that, let's say you are 3 months in. So how many figures are we talking about?
It's not.
Do we go like 4 figures or 5 figures?
No.
Oh,
Well, with the shipping, it has to do with measurements. Yeah, so according probably this case, and then it's measured maybe 5 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So for the case is about 20 cedis for shipping. Yeah, so sometimes the challenges really comes with the shipping, because sometimes you buy this thing for 10 cedis in China, but the shipping will be around 15 cedis.
whoa.
Yeah, then you're running at a loss.
All right, guys. So that was V. We have V in the building. We're talking entrepreneurship. You could just get your pen and your pad and take some notes, because you want to get some of that, that
Well.
money. So yeah. Yes. So okay. Next up, what are some of the challenges that you face with your like the buying and selling? What are some of the challenges?
Well, sometimes when you see people who want to do wholesale, like the shops, for instance, you're going to be like, oh, we really want this stuff, but then we don't have like money to pay outright, so give it to us, and then probably in a month time you come back for it, and then in a month you go and they're just tossing you around. And then sometimes with the shipping, if you don't get really good agents, and then they are not really into like the shipping thing, they can just mess your things up. Sometimes your things do not even come at all.
Whoa.
Yeah, sometimes it goes missing. Even as I'm talking right now, I think my blankets are not in yet,
Right.
but all the other stuffs I shipped for are in, except my blankets. They are missing.
Well, some people are about to sleep in the cold.
Yeah, so I
Whoa.
think that's the basic challenge. Either your stuffs are missing, or people get to toss you here and there. But aside that, I think it's a good deal.
Okay, so yeah, so I think that is it. I would assume, no, I wouldn't assume, right? I know that you have a media background.
Well,
So
yeah.
apart from those, you said you're into transport and then buying and selling.
Yeah.
So that is all you mentioned. But let's get into your media background. Like, how exactly did that start for you?
I would say how media started for me. I'd say it's by luck, actually.
Whoa.
Because
that is actually how do you call it? A media, that's like a media story. Is one everybody tells that, oh, so I was a secretary, and then the presenter didn't come, and then the boss said, oh, I should fill in, and then that was it. So
Well,
how was your accident?
I'd say, when I was going into the media, my family didn't really like the idea, because they're like, media doesn't really pay, media girls are this, they are that, they don't have good
boy.
relationships and stuff. So I shouldn't go into it, but I was like, I want to go into it. And, even before you go, media houses are not that, I wouldn't say they are not enough.
Tell them.
And then the houses are not willing to employ new people.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you going to school, I don't know whether you're going to school to get employed or to go and do free stuff, because Nanaba is not getting down for you. Belamundi is not getting down for you. They are still going to be there. So I'd say it's by luck, because I just met this person like that, and then she just liked my vibe, and she decided to work with me, and I've been consistent for a while. But I think now media is on break for me for a while, except for YouTube that I'm doing. I haven't been a bit active on it, but I'll start doing stuff on there.
So so what I want to ask is, so the fact that you started working with this person, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, okay, whoever that is.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't mention names for security reasons, right? Okay.
Well,
I mean, whoever knows.
Yeah,
Who
sure.
doesn't? I'm sorry. You have to do a background check on V. So what exactly was the nature of your job?
I would say I was a producer. I was a production assistant. I was more like a personal assistant to this person.
Okay.
Because she had shows she was doing, and then I was producing like all of the shows. Yeah, so that was what I was doing, and I had the opportunity to also work with VNTs. I was a co-presenter. It was a fashion show on Joy Prime, so I did that also for a while, and then I kind of stopped.
You kind of stopped.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so you mentioned a name, but I don't know if we should go into details on the reason why you stopped. But since you've mentioned the name, I'm not sure we can't actually go into details on why you stopped. But have you? So it means that most parts of you being in the media industry was you being behind the scenes.
Yeah, I
So-
actually love being behind the scenes.
Yeah,
It's more enjoyable. It's comfortable.
You know,
actually.
you actually have a very good voice, so
Well.
exactly. So it'll make more sense if you could be in the front lines for like a particular show. You can still do your behind the scenes thing, but it'll be more pleasant for us to see you in action.
I'm still thinking about it.
Why Studio is hiring though, so just in case.
Okay, then I'll drop my application.
Okay, so just in case you want to come
I'll
through,
drop
yeah.
them.
Yeah, you were saying something.
So I'd want to do something that most people will see and acknowledge me, but then where I want to get to, like in the next 4 or 5 years, I don't think following media stuff right now will get me there. You know,
Okay.
I want to make money, like very huge
There you
sums
go.
of money, and following media, it will take lots of time, lots of sacrifices to be able to do that. So
Yeah.
I want to focus on my entrepreneurship, aspect, and then later on I'll, come back and then do media stuff.
But I'm inspired. I mean, with all the things that you've been able to accomplish, it's
Well.
beautiful to see our age mates like actually trying to do something, and it's not just about thirst trapping on Instagram and, and all of that
Well.
nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, if you know the country you found yourself in, you know where you come from, you kind of do things to adjust. You want to do something for yourself. You see, you wouldn't want to sit down and then wait for things to happen, because definitely they're not going to happen.
Yeah, so like I'm still on the media industry because I'm very passionate about everything media related.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I'm like since you've seen the kind of world or the kind of environment that we're in, what do you think are people like us, people that claim or say we're passionate about media should do to pave the way for other people that are coming?
Well, I think you just have to be you, because in the media field, if you are not original, you just lose concentration, you lose focus, and then you'd want to give up, because the people coming up need to see a very original version of you, very authentic, Yeah, so you just have to be you and then push. Who knows where your luck is going to shine, and then for me, that's what I think. You just have to be original and then preach the gospel.
Preach, girl. Okay, so V gotta run. She's gotta go. But not even but. So before you go, final words to like people who may want to create something, not necessarily as you have done, but something like just create something by themselves. What kind of advice would you give them?
Well, starting a business is not easy. because sometimes even the people around you do not believe in you enough that you'd be able to do it, and then they wouldn't want to patronize you unless you have gotten to a certain stage where other will acknowledge you and they'll be like, oh, okay, this girl really did it. So I think you have to be really firm on your grounds and then stick to whatever you want to do, and you're going to do great. You just have to. It's not easy. It won't be easy, but you just have to press on. There are times you'd cry, there are times you'd be frustrated, but it's all part of the game.
All right, so that was wise words from the girl V. Yes, exactly. So like she talked about patronage and all of that. If you want bags and shoes and blankets, and if you want to drive for the glory of God, or for any reason in particular, all you have to do is just I think we will drop her information, right? It's cool to
yeah, sure.
You can get her information and then reach out to her and then know what's what. Anyway, thank you so much for passing through.
It's my pleasure
it's
to be
always
here.
a treat when you are in the building. Yeah.
I'm honored, actually.
Are you though? I mean,
yeah, I don't even want to go. I just want to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa.